What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, Microsoft is making moves. So I don't know what Sony's doing. They're silent to the dissatisfaction of their fan base. They want to hear some news. They want to hear something. What's going on? What's going on in the PlayStation world? They don't know because nobody's talking, right? But anyway, so Microsoft announced that they have a deal with Amazon to have xCloud game streaming, Game Pass, in every Amazon, or coming to the Amazon Fire Stick. There are different versions. I don't know if there's a cutoff or whatever, but I mean, as far as I understand it, I've heard two numbers. I've heard over 200 million active users or sold units or whatever, and I've heard 380 something or whatever. I don't know what's the real number, what's the fake. Let's go with the lower number, right? 200 million. Now, Donkey Unicorns and Ponies are dumb. Okay, I mean, we've known this is an established fact. They are dummy heads. They're idiots, morons, whatever descriptor you want to add on there. But they are still arguing the fact that, oh, Xbox is dead because the Amazon, they're putting in the you don't need you don't need to buy Xbox. It says in the copy, no need for a console. Just get the controller, blah blah blah, and do them, right? And so I was like, okay. But once again, they're dummies. So they don't see the value of what Microsoft's doing. Once again, Microsoft has been playing 69D chess this whole generation. And these ponies and these donkey unicorns can't see it. They don't understand it. Sony sees it. Sony knows what's going on. And they're like, we got to buy some more exclusive content. Let's buy the Sonic animated intro epilogue thing for exclusivity. That was the dumbest thing that they could have ever done, because it accentuates the fact that Sony is money hatting this exclusive content. That is so dumb. This is why, I know, tangent, but this is why that's dumb. Literally, when that comes out, someone will upload it to YouTube, and I'm going to watch. I'm not even going to buy the game, play the game. Nope. Sorry, Sega, you done messed up when you get in bed with Sony. You make stupid deals. I mean, it wasn't stupid for your pocketbook, but that was a dumb deal. You shouldn't have took that money. That's blood money. Anyway, it's going to be uploaded, and that's a dumb move by Sony. So, it's not really Sega's fault, because Sega's like, well, they're just going to upload it and watch it anyway, right? So what does it matter? Sony's, what? Whose idea was it at Sony to do this? Did they not know how the internet works? Anyway. Back to the other topic, which was, excuse me, Amazon. Now, Sony knows what's going on. Sony knows that Microsoft is trying to take over. Not trying to be number one console seller. Remember Phil Spencer said, he said, we lost the console war. We're not competing in selling the most consoles. We're not going to do that. And their actions are speaking to that, right? Their actions are dictating that, hey, we don't really, yeah, I mean, selling a lot of consoles would be cool. It'd be cool. That's more money and that's more, active users and stuff. But not everyone plays on console. And I'm not just talking about PC gamers. What I'm talking about is the Gen Alpha. Y'all, okay, so right now at the house, my cousin's there. Well, she was there. She left. But she left her 4 children. Ages from 6 to 14. So that's it. That's the prime. There's 4 of them. 6 to 14. It's a nice little spectrum. Boom, right? Plus, my nephew came through and his sister, my niece. He's 5. So we've got from 5 to 14, right? What are they doing? When it's dark and they got to be inside, what are they doing? I mean, the TV might be on for the little ones, with some Mario crazy. There's some crazy Mario videos. I'm like, how is this possible? They using Mario music. They got Mario imagery, but they change them to purple and blue, and it's got all. I don't understand. But anyway, what are they doing? They're not playing on consoles. What are they doing? One, she's got a tablet. The other three, they're on their phones. What are they doing? Some are watching videos and stuff. What are they doing? They're playing games on their phones. That's what's up. The Alpha Gen does not care about consoles. And so all of you old dudes, I mean, I'm old too, and I like consoles, but that's just a nostalgia thing. All of you old fools like Tim Puppy out there crying about this, that, and the third. About, oh, Microsoft's not doing it no more. I'm going to go to PlayStation. You dummy. You're going to the worst. You should have went to Nintendo. At least they're successful. Sony's like, they're on a runaway train. They're running out of track. Anyway, it's all about where they're playing. And that's what Microsoft has been saying. We're trying to bring the games to you. Wherever you're playing, we want you to play our stuff. That's what they're trying to do. They all have kids. They see what their kids are doing. Just because they work for Microsoft doesn't mean, oh, my kids are going to automatically be, love Xbox and you're going to play they're going to get all the Xbox consoles. I mean, they'll have the Xbox consoles, obviously, because they work for Microsoft. But that doesn't mean that that's what they want to do. When they're out with their friends, they got a console in their pocket? No. That might change soon. But I'm saying no. Why do you think the Switch is so popular, so successful? Why they sell 100 and whatever million? Because it's portable. That's what these kids want. They want portability, like their phone. Except the Switch is a little bit extra. It's all good. I mean, it's big, but still, kids are like, yo, they play the Switch. That's the closest thing to a console experience that alphas will be enjoying is the Switch or Switch-like devices, right? So, that didn't help. So, there you go. So, Microsoft is trying to meet these customers, future customers, players, gamers, let's just say, where they are. And it is a very smart strategy. It is a strategy that makes sense. Plus, with the Amazon thing, I know I'm veering away from it, but it's all connected because it's going to where the players are. They went to PC first. Now Sony's following suit, right? Because they need to make more money. They're doing this Amazon Fire Stick thing because it's basically saying if you don't have if you have a dumb TV, or a lot of people have Amazon Fire Sticks, even if you have a smart TV, they're still kind of, I don't know what it is, a mentality, or they just think that's what you need to do in order to get all these movies and apps and stuff, when you could just, most of the TVs have it built in or whatever. Not Amazon, but, whether it's Roku or whatever, And so that's a smart play. Instead of going to the TV manufacturers, you go to the Roku boxes and you go to Amazon. And if Microsoft, they got Amazon, which is one of the biggest, right? You go to Roku next because there's plenty of Roku TVs out there. If it's not an Amazon TV, it's a Roku TV, for real. So if they hit Roku with the same deal, they got all the TVs basically. And that's what if they throw in a controller to these TVs, it's done. They're like, oh, what is this controller? And then they go boop, 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 get a free, a week trial of Game Pass, and then they get hooked, and then they, you sign up, then you just, you got to cancel, or it's just going to be a recurring bill. That's what they do. And it's a very smart business move. And how I feel about it, I'm not like one of these dummies like Tim Puppy or whoever, Peter Ovio, who vanished from Twitter today, this week or whatever. I'm not like one of them where it's like, oh, I'm like gatekeeping the console experience because, if you're not a player of my console, then you can't be part of the club or whatever. It's just dumb. I am more concerned, I've said this 1,000 million times, about the health of the video game industry. If y'all need to do what y'all need to do in order to keep video games coming out, keep them coming strong, keep them being nice. I know there's a little bit of a shift and an adjustment to the budgets and the scope of these things, but I think that they'll scope back, they'll reset, and then there'll be fewer and far between, like bigger games, but they'll still be there. And I think what's good about that is that they will stand out more than like every game Sony put out is a big banger. It costs $500 million and stuff. They can't do that anymore. They can't do it anymore. It's not, you see they ain't got no games because they can't do that anymore. If they could, there'd be games, but there are no games. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much, I mean, if you look at like how the trajectory, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Like Microsoft is trying to, get into just to be ubiquitous, trying to be ubiquitous as far as being video games. Like, boom. Oh yeah, let's play Xbox. Let's play Xbox. PlayStation doesn't have anything like that. They're not even streaming like that on TVs, on just like the PS whatever portal thing. And that's, as far as I understand it, that's the best selling hardware that they put out outside of the actual console themselves, which is ridiculous. That's probably because it's so cheap and they think that they can hack it, or people just don't know what it is. I don't know. Or they're lying about the numbers, which is probably more believable because they are disingenuous about their sales numbers, because they said, oh yeah, PlayStation 5 has sold 60 million. It's like, sold through? No. Sold to retailers? Yes. So last number I've heard was 49 million active PlayStation 5s. So let's say 50 million to be nice, right? So PlayStation has 50 million. Xbox has 30 something. Maybe? I don't even know. But anyway, the gulf isn't that big, Of course, the perception is that it is, that they're killing them. 29-1 and all this. I'm like, whatever. The whole console sales argument is so dumb. And with this news that just came out, look, the Ponies and Dokey Unicorns are going to say whatever they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, Xbox is dead. Look, no more console, blah, blah, blah. And it's so asinine because it's like they're not fighting to sell consoles. Now, that being said, people who have Amazon sticks and they get into Game Pass and they start playing and be like, oh, shoot, this is kind of cool. Let me go pick up an S real quick. Or I got the money. Let me pick up an X. They might have some converts, but that's not the move. That's not what Microsoft's trying to do. They're just trying to make Xbox or Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass a ubiquitous name and a ubiquitous service so that everybody puts it next to Netflix. You're like, I got Netflix, I got Disney Plus, I got Game Pass. That's what they're trying to do. And that's smart. That's like, okay, thank you. I mean, business-wise, y'all do what y'all need to do to keep it going. Keep giving me those games you showed me at the showcase. Yes, thank you. And then keep them coming. After all, just keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. And when you have a healthy company that's making moves, not listening to idiot fanboys and saying, yo, this is our business, this is what we need to do. We don't care if we upset some people, because either it's not even worth recognizing them, or they'll get over it, or they're just immature people who don't understand how this world works. Many things. Because if they followed the lead and they listened to fanboys, they would be out of business. Definitely. They would be Sega, basically. Although I keep saying Sega, but Sega they didn't go out of business. They went out of hardware business. They went out of the home console business for a specific reason, and it had nothing to do with fanboys. Okay. Let's just make that clear. So that was a bad comparison, but still, yeah, it's a good move, good business move. Me, like I said, I don't care what they do as long as they keep the games industry alive and healthy. Let's go. And I just wish Sony was more like that, and they are not. They are not. They're really just interested in themselves and making all that money, which, I mean, look, I keep saying that, right? I keep saying that. But if you're, I would say a smart business plan would be to satisfy both. Satisfy your fiduciary to your shareholders, the money stuff for the company, and also your customers. When you satisfy the customers, it goes right to your shareholders. You get that money because people will be willing to spend money with you. But when you're doing everything antithetical, I know I keep saying this, but it really does irk me that Sony has done what they have done this generation. And I'm like, how can y'all even sleep at night knowing that they're just screwing you? No Vaseline. I know you're going to need some, I know you never know when you're going to need some Vaseline, but I'm just saying, y'all need some Vaseline because y'all are getting it. Pause. Y'all are getting it daily and y'all are loving it. And y'all just want another. Thank you, sir, man. Have another. That's y'all. Ponies and Dokey Unicorns. Y'all are dummies for a reason. Not because not because Sony's an evil corporation and they've done all the things. It's because you allow it and you let it and you protect them. And you cheerlead for this behavior. There has to be some sort of psychosis that's associated with that. I'm not too sure. I'm no psychologist. So but it's just, I'm like, why would you even just be with, like, if there was a person, if Sony was a person, how they acted and what they did, would that be your friend? That's my question. And my answer is no, hell no. Why would I want to hang out with this fool who's like, skipping out on the bills, want to charge me more? Like, oh yeah, my friend owns a hotel and he upcharged me. He said, oh yeah, we're going to give you the best room. I'll hook you up. And then he charged me more than a regular person. I'm like, wait, I thought you were going to, yeah, you got it. I'm like, yeah, but you charged me like $100 more than what it says on it. That's what Sony is. Sony's selling you stuff you don't need. It's like, yo, man, you need this extra special valve cap cover for your car and make your car go faster. Like, word? I don't know a lot about cars, but I know enough to know that you're full of shite right now. So no. That's Sony. Sony's that person that's just trying to get over the getting in your pockets. Sony is like that gold digging whore, I mean, it doesn't have to be a whore, but let's just say a gold digging whore, right? I gotta say it like that. Well, I can say hoe too, whatever. I'm from New York, so either way works. Anyway, that's what Sony is. They're gold digging hoe trying to get all the dough from you. And if you let them, they're gonna keep stealing from you. That's it. They give you a little something every now and then. Hey, daddy, I'm gonna give you this something, boo. Right? Then you be like satiated for like 2 seconds, like, oh yeah, she still like me. And then it's the dry season. This is dry season right now, I'm just saying. When the next game come out, that's when they gonna give you a little something. Anyway, I'm rambling. I appreciate y'all hanging out, showing them, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the Amazon stick move. And also, when you think Sony will follow suit, they always follow what Microsoft does, because what Microsoft does usually, lately, has been smart. We'll see. Why are these ponies coping? Why are they coping and capping about the Amazon stick? It doesn't make any sense. Whatever. It's the whole console unit sale thing that's just clouded their vision or something. But anyway, appreciate y'all. And I'll talk to you on the next one. Tilt the way.